CBS gives Warren another chance to address the angry dad. She digs an even deeper hole. Hello and welcome to TST. If you're new to the channel, tap on the subscription button and press the notification bell so you can receive news and updates that you can rely on daily. Democratic presidential candidate Senator Elizabeth Warren was given an out this week on CBS This Morning, just days after the embarrassment of a now viral interaction with a fiscally responsible Iowa father infuriated over her proposed student loan forgiveness plan. Ambushed Monday night at a campaign stop in Grimes, Iowa, the Massachusetts Democrat seemed stunned beyond substantive response when the man confronted Warren with accusations she would be slighting those who did the right thing, investing in college funds for their children by using hundreds of billions of dollars in federal taxpayer revenue to forgive the loans of those who did not. Take a watch.
My daughter's getting out of school, I saved all my money, she doesn't have any student loans. Am I going to get my money back? Of course not. So you're going to pay for people who didn't save any money, and those of us who did the right thing get screwed.
No, it's not even that screwed.
Of course we did. My buddy had fun, bought a car, went on vacations, I saved my money. He made more than I did. But I worked a double shift, worked extra, my daughter, she is 10. So you're laughing at her. Yeah, that's exactly what you're doing. We did the right thing, and we get screwed.
I appreciate it.
Warren made no apologies in her Friday interview with Tony DeCoupil, however, doubling down on her claim that those who paid their way would receive no aid from the federal government, and alleging a plan that does not work for everyone is not necessarily a bad plan. What? Unsurprisingly, the not-so-Native American progressive did exactly what she does best. Told a half-truth about the alleged dog days of her young adult life and condescended to those who disagree with her on the policy. Look, we build a future going forward by making it better, Warren said. By that same logic, what would we have done? Not started Social Security because we didn't start it last week for you or last month for you? Think of it this way. When I was growing up, I wanted to be a public school teacher. My family had no money, she said. Refusing to let the progressive candidate off the hook, however, DeCoupil quickly interjected. Are you saying tough luck to these people, Senator? No. What I'm saying is there was a $50 a semester option for me. I was able to go to college and become a public school teacher because America had invested in a $50 a semester option for me. Today, that's not available. Our kids have taken on $1.5 trillion in student loan debt. We have got to back that up and say we're doing better going forward. That we're not going to say the next generation has to take on $2 trillion in debt. Warren said. Take a watch.
I want to get a question to you on a campaign issue. Just last night, there was a video that surfaced. A lot of people are talking about it today. It's of a father who approached you at an event and said, you know, it's not fair. I've saved for my daughter's college education, and now you're talking about forgiving and helping out all the people who didn't save. For Americans who are in that father's position, who felt they did the right thing and you're bailing out those who didn't, what's your response?
Look, we build a future going forward by making it better. By that same logic, what would we have done? Not started Social Security because we didn't start it last week for you or last month for you? Think of it this way. When I was growing up, I wanted to be a public school teacher. My family had no money.
Are you saying tough luck to these people, Senator?
No. What I'm saying is there was a $50 a semester option for me. I was able to go to college and become a public school teacher because America had invested in a $50 a semester option for me. Today, that's not available. And our kids have taken on $1.5 trillion in student loan debt. We have got to back that up and say we're doing better going forward, that we're not going to say the next generation has to take on $2 trillion in debt and what? The next one, $3 trillion or $4 trillion or $5 trillion? We don't build in America by saddling our kids with debt. We build in America by saying we're going to open up those opportunities for kids to be able to get an education without getting crushed by student loan debt.
All right, Senator, thank you very much. We're up against the wall here.
Of course, it is a struggle to find a single honest claim within that mess of pandering, aside from the amount of debt American college students have racked up in recent decades. From the manipulative conflation of her $50 tuition payments at the University of Houston with the total cost of college, to the misleading implication she needed to attend a publicly funded university in the first place. Warren does everything in her power to avoid the truth every time she opens her mouth. What's that? You didn't know Warren had no need of a public university degree in the first place? That is right. According to the New York Times, Warren received a full scholarship to George Washington University in Washington, D.C., thanks to her leadership on a high school debate team. Only, Warren admittedly squandered that opportunity, however, falling in love and moving to Texas, where she would one day live her dream as a school teacher before leaving the field to raise a child. Another event that Warren has not been completely honest about. Not to mention the fact that Warren's six-figure salary at Harvard University certainly did not improve the college debt crisis. But enough attacks on the woman's credibility. Let's just get down to brass tacks. The quick and dirty of it is that even if Warren wasn't a terrible messenger for the college debt sob story, the argument that taxpayers should forgive irresponsible people's student loans would still be nonsense. Nobody took time out of their day to hold 2 generations of young adults at gunpoint and demand they rack up more debt than they could ever dream of paying back. These students willingly signed up to accrue obscene amounts of debt, studying topics that would never see them employed, and partying like 3rd and 4th century Roman aristocrats. Standing beside them, countless foolish parents also knowingly co-signed onto that debt. And let me tell you this, there are countless students finishing an undergraduate's degree at a public college, one whose parent refused to co-sign for debt equivalent to the price of a mortgage for a more posh university crest on the diploma. Student loan forgiveness would be a slap in the face to a great many hardworking people. Not to mention that it would teach an already spoiled set of generations that can go through life living above their means and making promises they cannot keep. Well, let us know your thoughts, whether you think I'm wrong on this. Let me know in the comments down below. And haven't you checked out the official TST store yet? It has a variety of Patriot-themed custom t-shirts, sweatshirts, mugs, phone cases, and tons more. Make sure to take a look and maybe help us out by picking some products for yourself and your loved ones at great prices. It does make a huge difference to what we're doing here. Link in the description below. If you've liked this report, let us know by tapping that like button down below. Share the news among friends and family, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned for more news and updates on TST. This is David Ravine, and I'll catch you in the next one. Till then, take care.